We love you. We thank you guys. Let's take a few questions from the media. And what I'd ask is that we start with the local reporters first. If we've got time afterwards, we'll take some questions from the national folks.
Thank you very much, Senator. I've got two quick questions for you. First off, what are you going to do with the Affordable Care Act? Can you guarantee that it's not going to be dismantled until there is a plan in place? And what is going to be happening with people that work for the minimum wage in the state of Pennsylvania and the United States?
Yeah, so first of all, on the Affordable Care Act, Donald Trump has made very, very clear we do not want people dying in the streets in the greatest country in the world. We want to make sure Americans have the best health care, the best health care options, and of course we're going to protect people with pre-existing conditions. But the way that you do that is by promoting transparency. And Donald Trump, more than any president of my lifetime, you know what he did? He promoted transparency in our healthcare system, and he went to war with Big Pharma to lower costs for American citizens all over the country. And that's exactly what he's going to do again. And in fact, Donald Trump's record on healthcare was so good that the main thing Kamala Harris talks about is actually an achievement of Donald Trump's, which is getting insulin down to $35 a vial. Thank Donald Trump for that. Don't let Kamala Harris lie and take credit for it. And the question you asked about the minimum wage. Look, we want every American who works hard and plays by the rules to earn a good enough wage to support their families, put food on the table, and if, God willing, that's their dream, to buy an American home. That's what we want. Now, we ask ourselves, how is it that Donald Trump had the fastest growing economy, the fastest growing take-home pay, and inflation at 1.5% when he left office? And the answer is that Donald Trump gave American workers bargaining power. And how did he do that? Because he got control of that southern border. Kamala Harris has seen the decimation of American wages because she has let in millions upon millions of illegal aliens, and they're undercutting American wages. Donald Trump is going to say, you got to go back home. If you want to come in this country, you can come through the proper channels, but you send people home who've come here illegally, and that's how you raise American wages. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story, sir, just to illustrate this point. This was back in my private sector days. I was at a business dinner, and I happened to be seated next to one of the leaders of a very large American hotel chain. And he was just going on and on about how much he hated Donald Trump's immigration policies. And I said, well, explain to me, what is it that you hate so much about having a secure southern border? And the guy said, well, because I can't hire illegal immigrants who will work for cheaper, I've got to pay my American workers a higher wage. And I said, well, that's a good thing. Paying American workers a higher wage is exactly what we want out of American economic policy. But I think this illustrates why so much, and I think it's a mistake. I think corporate America ought to be pro-America, but so many business leaders have gotten behind Kamala Harris because she's pursuing an immigration policy that is flooding America with illegal aliens and undercutting the wages of American workers. We have got to cut that crap out and build an American economy for American citizens first.